Today we're going to move a WordPress website from one host to another using the Duplicator plugin. This plugin is a fast and easy way to migrate your website as well as the databases associated with it. The first step is to log into the WordPress website you're looking to migrate and download the Duplicator plugin. After the plugin has been downloaded and activated, you'll see it here on the left-hand side of your WordPress dashboard. On clicking on it, you'll see a welcome screen the first time you click in, or the screen after you've already downloaded a package. The first step is to create a new package. In this section, you'll see the different settings that are automatically in place. For the most part, you're not going to need to mess with any of that. Really, the only way you're going to really need to know what these are if there's errors that will show up on the next screen. So click in here and click Next. WordPress is going to scan your website. Larger websites will take a long time to scan. Smaller sites such as this will scan quickly. After the website has been scanned, you'll see a report. Larger websites will often have red warning on the total size and large files. If there's a warning, you can toggle open and see what it's warning you about. If those items aren't needed, go ahead and delete them from this WordPress. That way they won't cause any errors in the migration. If everything in there is things that you need on the site, you will have an option down at the bottom, a checkbox that you can check to override the errors and build the setting anyway. After you review this and click the check mark, if you're avoiding the errors, you'll click Build, and it will build your packages for you. Now, since I have the packages already built, I'm going to go ahead and go to the final screen. After the packages are built, you'll see a button to download the installer and the archive. You're going to need to download both those items to install on your new site. The next step will be going to your new WordPress website. I recommend using the hosting provider's setup of WordPress and installing a clean install, and then using Duplicator to add your content. So here's our test website that we're going to be duplicating the site that we were just onto. We're going to need for this new WordPress website an FTP login as well as the SQL login. I'll show you how to get both those items. If you have a hosting provider like GoDaddy, you can log into your host and create an FTP account by calling an FTP user. Most larger hosting providers will have a way to set up an FTP user and get that information. This is also where you're going to find the SQL information. This is going to be under databases, but we'll come back to that step. We recommend using a file transfer software such as FileZilla for transferring your duplicator files onto your new website. You're going to log in to your FTP account for the new website and drag in your installer file as well as the zip archive file into the root of your new WordPress website. So this will go in with the folders WP Content, WP Admin, WP Includes on the top level of your new WordPress website. After you've put those in, you can go ahead and go to your new website and type in the URL of the website, and then at the end do /installer.php. This will take you to the duplicator page on your new website. From here, we're going to add in the SQL database information. We're going to create a new database. Then we need to fill in the host, the name, the user, and password. The fastest way to get this information is to either go to your hosting provider and looking at the database information. So if we go to our new website, this is the new website we're looking for the information, we can get the database name and the host name in the account, but the password will be hidden, so we can either reset it through the account, or we can use our file transfer system to go back onto the FTP for the new website and then open the config file. In the config file, we will see all the database login information. So for this one, we have the database username, password, and host name. Those are the 3 items that we need for Duplicator. So I'm going to go ahead and paste in the host name, the name, and the user, which are often the exact same information. So if you only see name or user, copy it in both fields, and then the password. After you've pasted in your new website SQL information, you're going to test the connection. If everything is entered correctly, you'll see this success message below. And then we were going to go ahead and go down and check the box that we've read the notices and warnings. These warnings basically say if there's already a website on this database, it's going to be completely blanked out for the new website to overwrite it. Afterwards, we will click the Run Deployment button. It will warn you again that you're overwriting all your files. You can click OK. And this time we received an Duplicator is going to deploy the files from the archive that we added to the FTP onto this new website. The smaller the website, the faster it will be. The faster the website, the faster it will update. So here we have it all updated. We can now update the actual image path files as well as link files and all the database files. So in here we're going to put the old website URL, and then in here we'll have the new website URL. It will automatically update it, but it always pays to double check and make sure those files are correct. Once that's correct, we're going to hit update, and it's going to update the database with the new URL. Here it's going to give you some final steps. It reminds you that if you have permalinks that you're going to want to reset those up. It reminds you to test the website, as well as go back into your FTP and delete out your installer and your archive file. If you leave those files in your FTP, it is a major security risk, as other people can go onto your site and overwrite your entire website using those files. So after you've run Duplicator, make sure you delete those 2 files off your FTP. And that's how you move your website using the Duplicator plugin.